Are you looking to build wealth through investments in technology? Then as an investor and enthusiast, you want to be educated in the latest trends in technology adoption. The Consumer Electronics Show is a preview of the direction of innovation and products over the next 12 months. It's your boy Jonas with BuildingIt.ai. We started this channel to educate the aspiring entrepreneur and investor in artificial intelligence and Web3. If you're interested in more of our coverage, please subscribe. We're a new channel and it does a lot for us. And let me know in the comments what type of events and new ventures you'd like us to cover in this domain. All right, first let me say I am not a doomsdayer. I don't necessarily think that the proliferation of AI means that there's going to be some sort of artificial intelligent robot that's going to try to kill us. And alternatively, an AI does not necessarily need to be sentient or think or know it's alive to act on killing people. A robot could simply be programmed to kill people, and there's plenty of robots that already do this, primarily in the military. Drones are programmed to drop bombs on folks and oftentimes perform other functions, and there are already robots that do this. In fact, most of them are military drones, and they do require a human in the loop. Yes, military funded much of the advancement in artificial intelligence today. But without DARPA, aka the military, we would never have the internet. Well, the internet is killing people, so maybe... So what's my prediction for when robots are going to take over the world? Well, first off, I don't think that take over necessarily means a robot lording over us or physically controlling us. Cars have taken over the world, smartphones have taken over the world. So I define taking over the world, for the sake of this video, as the proliferation of robots domestically, meaning that robots are living in our homes and our communities with us on a day-to-day basis. The reality is that robots have already been taking over many roles in automation since the 1980s. In order for us to know where we're going, it's often very helpful for us to know where we came from. So let's take a look back over the last 50 years of the Consumer Electronics Show to see some of the robots that have been featured and how robot progression has been increasing over the years, or has it been? The Consumer Electronics Show was first started in 1956. And the first robot to show up on the scene was a robot that greeted attendees at CES in 1974. Then all the way in 2003, we saw the first consumer robot that actually got major traction globally in general, which was Irobot's Roomba. And that was featured in CES all the way back in 2003. Then in 2007, Honda unveiled the Asimo robot, which was pretty interesting humanoid and was really popular because it was kind of the first time that we saw in a real device the ability for it to do bipedal walking and have some interaction with humans in a way that gave us hope for maybe domestic robots and partners of the future. And then 2018 was one of the years of the robot. We had Buddy, a robot by Blue Frog Robotics. We had LEQ. We had Sprattle's social robot. And then fast forward to 2021, 2022, we had some of these robots from LG and some of these robots from Samsung. And by the way, we have covered CES in 2023. And by the way, our coverage of CES 2023 is continuing. And we've also done a feature on some of the previous robots that were featured in 2021 and 2022 and how they progressed to this year to understand when we're going to get our first widely adopted consumer robot. So what's driving all the noise in 2023? What's the reason that all this seemingly fear and concern about robots taking over the world has bubbled up in this moment? Well, for the first time in history, we are seeing a convergence of several technologies that are enabling breakthrough capabilities. Those primary technologies are mechatronics, machine perception, and conversational AI. Mechatronics is the fine-tuned actuation at a lower cost point. So mechatronics, we've seen fine-tuned actuation at a much lower cost point. We're also seeing greater battery life and length, which is enabling humanoids to be able to be independent of a power source for a longer period of time, a plugged-in power source. We've also had breakthroughs in machine perception, like cameras of a high resolution, LiDAR, gyroscopes, and the proliferation of GPS. And then on the AI side, we've seen things like localization, mapping, and within AI, a computational improvement in the hardware being used. We now have GPUs that enable a much higher frequency of graphic processing, which supports neural nets, localization, and mapping. And we've also seen this immense amount of data that's been gathered from conversational AI devices like Siri and Alexa. And these devices have improved over the last 3 to 5 years. It's now led to what we're experiencing with ChatGPT and voice cloning. Interaction with AI feels a lot more natural. So capabilities are being met. When do humanoid robots or domestic robots become a consumer product that's adopted at scale? Well, that point is likely going to be when the price of a robot increases our quality of life in such a way, it decreases our pain, whatever pain that is. Maybe it's convenience, maybe it's cooking or cleaning, in such a way that its cost is justified. Now, before we get to my projections, there's been some debate among our community as to whether or not I am a robot. Although I don't believe that if I were a robot, I would actually be able to make this determination myself. There is quite a bit of evidence that suggests that I am a human. Growing hair, bodily functions that appear to occur on a natural cycle, but this could simply be the way that I was created. Can my presentation of these videos pass a basic Turing test? Please let me know if you think that I am a robot or not in the comments below. This is important to me. Wouldn't you want to know? Okay, so my prediction for robots at scale, for when robots are going to take over the world, is that it is going to be within this decade, within the 2020s. Now, I am a technologist. I'm often aggressive, and I've been wrong before. But I do believe that robots will be working alongside us in our homes, and it will be as common as smartphones are within this decade. Our coverage of CES 2023 will continue. If you're enjoying our coverage of CES 2023, please like and subscribe. Tune in for more, and let us know in the comments if there's anything that you'd like us to cover more in depth. This is a new channel. Every little bit of support is helpful. Until next time.